nerds. Better shake your booties for black girl nerds.
My character's name is Bonnie, and I'm playing Claire's mother.
And I am playing Gerald, playing Claire's dad. We are retired doctors and married.
Okay. And so can you tell me what stood out in the pilot script? What made you say, I really want to sign on and do this project?
I feel like I recognize this lady in a lot of women I know who are past their career and their childbearing years are over, and now it's just about them. And it just had a funny take on it. I thought I could relate to that. What about you?
I mean, my thing was, which everyone else here knows, but you might not know, is this show actually wasn't on my radar at all. And then someone else was actually cast to play your husband, Tim Meadow, wonderful actor from Saturday Night Live days and other things. And so, but he had a conflict and was working on another project. And so I got a call in late June, and they sent the script. I loved the script. I took a look at the trailer, and I was like, I'd love to be a part of this. And now I just have to hope that I get it. And I don't know if I ever told you this, but, I was working on the lines, and the day before I went in, I was just like, I can only do so much with these lines. It's like, at this point, it's really going to be whether I vibe with you. And so I was like, I hope I vibe with her. And I think I did.
You did. I thought it was great. It's like it felt real to me.
And then can you share any funny moments that you all have had on the set? Because the cast is great. You guys are all hilarious. And the set seems so fun and inviting. So,
well, I think it was the first thing that we shot, and we were doing a restaurant scene where I had to leap into his arm and then kind of deliver a line, and he was holding me up, and I was doing a little leg kick, a flourish, and he was thinking that I wanted down, as he was just like, oh gosh,
and then, she went down,
and then I kept thinking I was kneeing him in the groin every time, and it took us I don't know how many takes before I finally was like, are you okay? Are you okay?
Yeah, that was a great way to start. Actually, that was our first scene together, so that was a great jump.
Yeah, it was really fun, affectionate scene, and so you kind of broke the ice right away, and it was good.
Oh, okay. And then, so because we are Black Girl Nerds, what's your nerdiest habit that you have?
I have to think about this a second.
Okay.
The nerdiest habit that I have. I have a habit that my mother started, which is spontaneous exercising. So, you don't get to exercise very often, and then you think about it, and you just kind of break into some of those, or just do a few of these a little bit. Oh, my fingernail's coming off.
Uh-oh. The only thing I can think, so I live in New York, and I've lived there all my life, and I started out in theater, so I feel like more than anything else, I'm a theater nerd. That's what I do. We had a break, and we went, we had a little bit of time off, so I went back home to hang out with my family, and I saw 5 shows in 5 days. All over the place. It's anything from musicals to off Broadway. It's just my thing. And my friends are just really? You have a week off, and what are you doing every night? Going to plays, catching up on my shows. Actually, I just saw something recently. I was just actually looking at a little notifications that come up, and there's another Wayans. Because I was like, there's another Wayans. It's and they're doing a play in Manhattan. I can't wait to go see it.
Was it a relative of the Wayans?
Yeah, so it's I forget her first name. I want to say it's Shantae or something like that. And apparently this is her first New York City play, which a lot of probably Wayans fans wouldn't know, but I know because I'm all about the theater.
I just realized I also I love ghost stories, so that's what I perk up to. Any sort of haunted story, I'm constantly thinking my house is haunted. And my husband, after we moved into our new house, it was months later. He goes, "Did I ever tell you that I woke up in the and he was being totally serious and doesn't believe in ghosts. I woke up in the middle of the night and I think that, and there was like an old lady standing at the end of the bed pointing at you." I was like, "No, why would you not? Why would you? I love that story. Why would you not tell me that?" So that's my nerdiest, is I love the ghosts.
Okay. And then, so for a final question, but do you have any advice to young creators coming up in Hollywood? Any advice that you want to share?
I think my advice would be hone your own voice. Don't try to shape yourself into what you think is current or on trend, because those are the things that always seem to grab people's interest, is a unique voice, someone doing their very own thing.
Yeah, I always have, like, there's no one thing in particular. I will say that my advice of the week, I actually had lunch with someone who just moved out here as a writer, and the advice I gave her, so this is my advice for the week, is if you have like a script or something that you're working on and you think it's complete, like, just like, if they're like, there are programs, so like, send it out. Because it's very easy, just send it out. It's very easy to sort of go straight for, give me some feedback, and then people will chop it up. And it's like, I think that's the worst thing. I think it's like, sometimes it's just like, because I think the notes and stuff can sort of make people stop writing. So I think there are programs out there, whether it's AFI, or IFC, or some grant competition, whatever. If you think it's complete, I think you should actually just send it out sometimes, just to sort of because it's very easy to sort of say, I'm gonna get some notes, and then you get the notes, and then you feel overwhelmed, and then it's like, you don't do anything with it.
And you can get a whole set of different notes after that are completely contradictory to the ones you just got, and so you do a lot of backtracking. I think that's great advice.
Yeah, that is. I've never heard that either. So, but it was so awesome. Thank you so much for talking with me, and I look forward to watching the show. So.
Better shake your booties for black girl nerves. Better shake your booties for black girl nerves.